We're here with Coach Ballisteri, head coach of Benton Boys Baseball. Coach, you guys are 14-0 right now. How's it feel being undefeated, sort of coming to the midway point of the season?
Well, I mean, it's always good to not lose, and our goal is to win every game we play, and so far we've been able to do that. And we've, we looking back at our schedule, and we've played probably half our schedule has been against really quality teams. The other half has been against some teams that are struggling right now. And so we're not looking at the fact that we're 14-0 and nobody can beat us. I mean, we're still realistic about where we're at, and so 14-0 is it's awesome not to have lost a game, but it's really just a number at this point because the bottom line is we want to win that last game we play.
Gotcha.
And that's what we're focusing on.
All right, so last Friday, you guys beat Searcy 11-1.
Mm-hmm.
Can you sort of give us a rundown of that blowout win?
Yeah, it really wasn't a blowout. It turned out to be, but I think the game was 2-1 going into the fourth inning, and we were struggling at the plate, just not really striking out a lot. We just wasn't getting any hits. They made 3 or 4 outstanding plays that kept us from scoring runs early in the game, and but we pitched well. We were playing good defense, and we kept fighting, and finally we got a couple runners on, and they made an error, and then we got 2 or 3 big hits, and kind of blew the game open. And once we got up 5 or 6 runs, then they realized that they were in trouble, and that's when you're playing a team that you're better than, and you give them opportunities to stay in the game, you can see the confidence that they start getting, and we took that confidence away from them, and that's why we ended up winning like we did.
Gotcha. So yesterday, doubleheader against Jacksonville, won both games. What was clicking for y'all in both of those games?
It was Jacksonville's really struggling this year. I don't think they've won a game, and that's uncharacteristic for Jacksonville. They've always had a competitive program, and they graduated like 9 or 10 seniors last year, and they didn't have much coming back. And yesterday was just about trying to stay focused and not trying to worry about who we were playing, just play the game like it's supposed to be played. And the first game, their defense, they knew we were going to hit the ball hard, so they just backed up. They were playing on the warning track in the outfield. Their infielders were playing in really messed up positioning. I don't know if they were doing it on purpose or they just, the shortstop was playing behind third almost. Their first baseman was playing in almost second base, and it was like magnets. I mean, we were hitting the ball as hard as we could right at them every time.
Gotcha.
And so it took us a while to get going in getting that first game. And then the second game, we just started off and we started hitting the ball where they wasn't, and we blew the game open in the second inning, and it got us an opportunity to get some other guys in the game and get them some opportunities to play. And that's the thing about this team. We've got guys that aren't playing that would start for most teams. And so anytime they get opportunities, it's an opportunity for them to give us some confidence to put them in the game if somebody's struggling.
Gotcha.
So, we're excited where we're at.
You talked about focus and bringing new players in. Is there anyone that stood out to you in particular?
Yesterday it was kind of hard to pick it out, just because the level of play was such a different deal. But Logan Hope swung the bat a lot better yesterday than he has been, and Dawson Turner, he'd been struggling a little bit at the plate, and he felt like he got a lot of confidence, in out of yesterday. So, just and then our pitching, our pitching's still been really good. Seth Mejia came in and threw real well.
Gotcha.
So just nothing real major stood out. It's really hard to tell against a team like that.
All right, so Thursday, you see North Little Rock. You've played them twice, beat them twice, but now they're sort of on a roll.
Yeah.
What's their mentality going into this?
I mean, I think all of our guys know that, we beat them by 1 run in that benefit game, and then we beat them 5-0 here, and they were playing about as bad as they could play, and they've turned it on. They actually went out of state and came in second in the tournament, beat some really good teams from Arkansas. So I think tomorrow's going to be a big test for us. It'll give us a little better idea where we're at right now.
All right, and then PA Friday. Can you tell us what you know about
them?
PA's,
they've got 4 or 5 really good players, and I think they've got an Arkansas commit, and so it's going to be 2 good games for us. And that's what the back half of our schedule, our non-conference schedule, is pretty stacked. We play I know we play Cabot. We play a team that nobody really knows much about called Brooklyn, and they're a growing community in Jonesboro, and they're a really good 4A school. And we end up playing Catholic later on in the year. We play Greenbrier. So our back half of our schedules, it's going to be tough.
Gotcha. That's all you got.
All right. Appreciate it.
We're here with Jackson Cobb, catcher for Benton Boys Baseball. Jackson, you guys are 14-0 right now. What's it like in the locker room being undefeated at this point in the season?
Man, just trying to keep a humble mentality. Just trying to work hard at practice every day, taking it day by day, game by game. Just trying to get out there and do our best to get better every single day.
All right, guys. Speaking of getting better, you were in a slump for a little bit and managed to pull yourself out. Can you talk about the steps you took to get there?
Yeah, man. Baseball is a mental game. It's a struggle mentally sometimes, and sometimes hitters just get in a slump, overthinking stuff, and started to overthink and just took it simple. Just took my approach opposite field and just tried to get it to the field as best as I could and started hitting the ball a lot better.
Makes sense. So tonight y'all play North Little Rock, PA Friday. Can you sort of preview those two games and tell us what you know about that?
North Little Rock, we've played them 2 times, and this will be the 3rd time. And knowing several of the players on the team, they're definitely coming for a win. But with the guys that we have on the mound and our consistency through the lineup, I think we're gonna pull the 3rd victory out playing them this year. So.
All right, that's all we got.